staff that's back at Ohio State just recently, that in the great state of Ohio, which has been a long time, obviously, and Ohio State University, and in particular Northeastern Ohio, I'm not sure there's ever been so much momentum in a state. You saw LeBron James come back to where? Come back to home and celebrate Northeast Ohio, almost won an NBA championship. You see the economy picking up. You see the Ohio State Buckeyes are sitting atop the college football world right now. So I can tell you, as a head coach at the Ohio State, I'm very proud to say I'm from Northeast Ohio, Ashtabula County, Ashtabula, St. John, and very proud to be back here with you. A couple quick thank yous. This camp is for you. We don't ask you to pay anything. This is the way that Dean Hood, myself, and a guy named Dana Schulte try to give back. And there's a couple people I want to thank. I've been around this country a couple times. There's not a finer facility in the United States of America than this. Mr. Ron Clutter, where are you at? Thank you very much. Thanks very much. I want to thank Dana Schulte. Dana, thanks for having us. Eyes up here. Eyes up here, young man. Eyes up here. And then one of my best friends, we grew up together, head coach Eastern Kentucky, Dean Hood. Thanks, Dean, for doing it. For you. And this is, I've been able to speak at some camps. I want you really to listen. If you don't listen, I'm going to grab you. So really, eyes up here. Now, I'm not going to take long. This is for parents and everybody. And why I can talk to the parents like this, more importantly, I'm a parent. My son is playing high school football. It's the coolest thing I've ever been a part of. He's playing high school football in the great state of Ohio. I teared up last time. I left. I think we had practice going on. And I left. I went about 100 miles an hour. I saw my son jog onto a high school football field in the great state, getting coached by the best high school coaches in the country. And so I have a really good message for everybody here. You can take it, you can leave it, do whatever you want to do with it, but it's true. Ohio State won the national title. How'd that happen? For the average fan, I hear him right now. I hear him say, that was really cool. There's nothing cool about it. Here's what happened. We lost 3 out of 4 games. Everybody, a lot of people forget that. We lost to Michigan State a year ago in the Big Ten Championship. Could have went and played Florida State for the title. We lost that game. The next game, we lost to Clemson in the bowl game. That's 2 in a row. You don't do that down there. You do that too often, you got a new guy up here, right? In Ohio State. They don't put up with that down in Columbus. And then something else happened. 2 games later, we lost to Virginia Tech. That's 3 out of 4 games we lost. You're playing high school football, or if you are, grade school and as you move up. My daughters play volleyball. For all the parents, if your kids are involved in sports, obviously they are because you're here, I've got a really good lesson for you. Here's what happens. At some point, your team, maybe it's your little league team what you're on now, maybe your team is your family, maybe your team is some other organization or your church group, whatever, some team you're on, eyes up here, eyes up here, eyes up here, 5, tell them, eyes up here, eyes right up here. Every team you're on, at some point, you're going to get hit right in the mouth. Something bad's going to happen. Like I said, it could be your family we're talking about. It could be your football, baseball, volleyball. It could be any team you're part of. Something bad's going to happen, and it could be bad. You might lose a game. You might be like the Buckeyes. You lose your best player 10 days before the first game. Your Heisman candidate, your best player by far, boom, he's down. Something bad happens. And here's the difference. Here's why Ohio State won. When something doesn't go right, I'm going to simplify. You got 2 choices. Everybody listen. You can be part of the problem or you can be part of the solution. And I'm talking to parents probably more than the players. Your coach is right. Don't be that parent. Don't be that player. And raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. That player that when it's not going right, that guy's complaining. The guy's talking bad. You hear a parent start criticizing the coaches. You start hearing them criticizing everything. They're part of the what? They're part of the problem. And coaches don't want to be part of the problem. As a matter of fact, I'm at the point in my life when I hear people part of the problem, guess what I get to do? You're out. That's parents and everybody. If you don't like what's going on, don't bother that coach. Because the coach puts more time in it than you do. I'm talking about the player. Here's something I'm not proud of. I spent 15 times the amount of time with my players than I do with my own son. Did you realize I added the up hours? You got wonderful kids. I love my kid now. My son, I spend 15 times the amount of time with my kid, my players, than my own kid. And imagine a parent coming to me and saying, my son should play more. Wait a minute, I just told you I spend 15 times the amount of time than I do with my own children. So here's the moral of the story. When things don't go well, Ohio State lost what? 3 out of 4. You draw a big black line right there. You got part of the people that are part of the what? Solution. That means they're going to help get through a tough situation, right? Then on the other side, what do you got? You got those other people. Who are they again? Part of the problem. Parents, right? You got part of those people that you just don't really like them. I can't stand them. They're around, they're just out constantly. And the good thing, like I said, Ohio State, I hear it once. We warn them, that's it. So my recommendation to all the high school coaches, by the way, the best high school coaches in the country are in the state of Ohio. Here's my recommendation. Don't put up with it. Encourage people to be positive. Because at some point, when that bad thing happens, you'll get through it, but the way you get through it is as a team, a group of people that want to be part of the what? Solution. Here's the cool thing is, Ezekiel Elliott, Cardell Jones, even Braxton Miller, JT Barrett, all those great guys and their families, guess what they wanted to be part of? The solution. And as a result, they got better in my coaching career. Almost 30 years now. I've never seen a team get better from game 1 to game 14. Never seen it. Matter of fact, 15, I think. We're 14-1, right? 15, game 15. I've never seen that. But for the average fan, they're going to say that was kind of cool. It wasn't kind of, it was a bunch of people got together and wanted to be part of the solution. Players, families, uncles, moms, dads, everybody got together and said, let's get better. Let's get better. Let's not complain. Let's not whine. Let's not have a problem. Let's get better. If your son's not playing, it's because he's not good enough. How about this? Motivate your son to go a little harder. If your daughter's not good, not playing, it's not the coach's fault. Encourage your kid to go a little better. If you're that player, you're not playing yet, you think you should, work a little harder. That's called being part of the solution. So I want to thank you for being here. I'm at the point, I'm 51 years old, take that with you today. I don't want to act like I'm preaching to you, but as a coach that goes out and recruits all the time, when I walk into a high school, I ask that coach, is the kid a problem or a solution? Is the parents a problem or a solution? And here's the cool thing, and when I hear I'm part of the problem, I turn around, walk out, get in my car, and leave. Bill Belichick, head coach of the Patriots, ever heard of him? Best coach probably in pro sports, right? I talk to him every year. Not one time does he come in and say, hey, I really want a jerk. I want an idiot. I want somebody who doesn't, and on top of that, I hope their parents are idiots too, that they complain all the time. I want them to be part of the Patriots. He's never done that. He always comes in and says, give me the guy that's going to help us. Give me that family that's going to make the Patriots better. Because that's how championships are made. It's not how high you jump, how fast you are. It's if you can get enough people that can be part of the solution. If you got that, watch out. Watch out. As a family, watch out. As an athlete, young lady, young man, watch out. If you're just part of the solution in your athletic career, you're going to have a great career. So thank you very much. This is one of the great camps in America. You guys right here, you didn't have to go do this. We thank you for being here. I hope you get to play against someone who wasn't here because you beat them, because you worked a little harder than they did today. So thank you very much.